Hello, my name is Chris and I will review the 2021 Mazda CX-5 100th Anniversary Edition. I have reviewed CX-5s for 5 years now and I've seen them improve constantly. Better sound insulation, slicker interiors, refined exterior lines, and G-vectoring combining driver inputs, chassis tuning, and software, creating superior driving ease and pleasure. I have experienced all this during my week with this top-level CX-5. I will briefly look over the lineup, exterior, interior, and take it out on the road and give you a short walk around to explain the charm that is built in this crossover. Although this is the top trim 100th Anniversary Edition, CX-5 is offered in many different versions for different budgets. The models are laid out logically. I will briefly give you my favorite features of each one. Base GS gives you blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert with an acoustic front windshield. GS offers leatherette seats, heated leather steering wheel, and eye-active safety. The Kuro Edition is a tasteful aesthetic package. GT gives you a Bose sound system nav and a height adjustment of the passenger seat. Signature gives you more aesthetic qualities, and this 100th anniversary has it all, including Kuro's garnet red leather Napa. More on that later. One of the smaller compact crossovers, the lines of CX-5 are elegant and a joy to look at. They are not bulky and are tastefully smooth. I enjoyed walking up to my CX-5 during my week. The trunk space is average. The rear seat space is average for the legs. This is me sitting behind myself and I'm 5'9". In front, this is the most charming and personal interior in the category. I'll go over some shortcomings that may not even be shortcomings because a lot of CX-5 owners I spoke to disagree with me. But here goes. The infotainment display should be a touchscreen and set up closer to the driver with a bigger screen. The rotary knob is a copy of the Germans, and no one buys German cars for their infotainment interface. The rear 3/4 visibility is not the best, and the space for my mansplaining position in front causes my knee to bash into the transmission tunnel, though it is padded. The seats are comfortable, but the thigh bolsters are too rigid and the lumbar support is still not enough. But those are the only flaws. As for everything else, CX-5 is the superior aesthetic and touch quality in terms of the driver inputs. The steering wheel is a work of art. The leather quality and stitching would be at home on a $100,000 German sedan. The horizontal dash piece is worthy of an X3. Even the carpets match the color of the leather seats. On a personal note, I almost went out to buy a Mazda 6 Kuru based on this interior. The quality of the leather is what you'd expect on an optioned up Porsche. The digital dash, the Bose sound system, the 3D ventilation outlets, the satisfying click when lowering or raising the window, Mazda is a first-class interface design company. Talk about feeling your money sitting here. It must be difficult for Mazda to find staff who are both artists and engineers at the same time. In this regard, the Mazda design team soars above the entire field in the most competitive segment in the car industry. Think about the magnitude of that achievement. This engine is a turbocharged 2.5-liter four-cylinder with an emphasis on low-end torque instead of brute performance. A simple but reassuring 6-speed automatic transmission delivers 10.8 liters in the city and 8.7 liters on the highway. The EPA says 22-27 mpg. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello car lovers, driving the Mazda CX-5 2021. This is the Kuru edition. All decked out in a nice red leather and nice red carpets. I'm going to talk a little bit about this car's exterior now. I find the exterior styling divine, really nice, tasteful, well done. I am very, very happy about this exterior styling. It's aging so well. I know some repeat buyers of this vehicle. Who can blame them? On the inside now, well, the inside, there's some very, very good and some okay. The bottom line is that this interior is extremely charming. In fact, this whole vehicle is charming, and I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this Mazda charm. I'm going to talk to you, take a look at this. Here, the finish of this wheel well. When you open the door, it finishes so tight here. Boom. It's really the goods. All right. Come with me in front. We'll take a look at the front a little bit. If we look here at this front end, the finish, this grille is so well finished. Really nice stuff. I mean, you don't see that on any other of its competitors. If you take a look here, the seams are perfect. They're really well done, finished tightly. And these little touches like this 100-year badge here on the mag really makes the whole thing feel very special. We're going to go on the inside here, and I'm going to show you a little bit more of the charm. Now, take a look at this. Take a look at the quality of these windows. When you press them, there's a real quality feel. There's a resistance, but not too much. Same thing when you lock or unlock the doors. It's all quality here. Here, real stitching here, real stitching here. Soft touch materials, really high quality. The white, this fake carbon fiber trim, this brilliant gloss, and this dark gray. Really nice. Let's go on the inside now. Look at these 3D ventilation huts. That's incredible. There's some right here also, very nice. The touch gear for the temperature, high quality stuff. Same thing with the push button start. This has a really positive feel. Good stuff on that level. Here you have very, very nice switch gear for the infotainment. Same thing for the volume. It's high quality stuff. Take a look at this steering wheel here. The stitching here, it feels so good. I'm gonna take a look at this leather too. This leather is so high quality. It's ridiculous actually. I can't get over how quality it is. Even these little Bose speakers here, very nice. High level stuff. Also the rear view mirror here, nice and big. You get a nice visibility outside. Nice big mirrors over there. They don't forget about anything. This digital dash here also, an incredible charming. This part here is digital. This is all analog, but you wouldn't tell at a quick glance. So this is really high quality stuff. It feels like almost BMW-ish, you know, and it's charming. It has a really personal feel, and I think that's how Mazda wins you over. So now you saw a little bit why this vehicle is charming. Let's talk about other things. I'm going to talk about this engine now. This engine is, you may look at the horsepower figure on regular gas and be a little bit put off, but what's really important is the torque figure. And what Mazda chose to do is not to listen to car reviewers. I am so sick of car reviewers saying that these Mazda products are not sporty enough or they've lost an edge, right? Well, you could listen, Mazda could have listened to those car reviewers and gone out of business, or they could have softened up and listened to the customer. And what this engine has is usable torque. And what I mean by usable torque is that off the line, it spools up quickly. The push in your back is very progressive, but assertive, especially in the low RPM range where it counts. So the engine characteristics, very good. What it does do is drink gas. So you get the power, but you pay for the power. The suspension now, surprisingly good. And I think like the new G-vectoring ties in like the suspension to the steering feel. When I take in a hurry curves in city driving, you can tell that, first of all, the steering effort is very well dosed and it feels sporty-ish. I don't want to say sporty because we are in a crossover, but it does feel slightly more sporty than its rivals, more refined and not tiring at all. So the G-vectoring, although I can't really feel it exactly, the whole thing works well together. The slick styling, well, of course, there is slightly reduced visibility versus some of its rivals. Still, it is a compact crossover. There is a decent sized trunk. There is decent enough space in back for rear passengers. I can sit behind myself easily. And sitting in front, with the exception of leg room and these lateral bolsters in the seats, which really dig into my thighs because of my mansplaining position, we have a reasonable amount of space and comfort here. Speaking about these seats, I'm a little bit of a stickler for seats. These seats are beautiful. The leather is awesome. And once again, the fact that this leather, the color of the leather and the color of the carpet are the same, I find is just really charming. So that's awesome. However, I would say for the comfort, it is a bit average over the long term. Now, I just want to put an asterisk there because most Mazda CX-5 owners that I speak to love their seats and find it very comfortable. Ross found it very comfortable when he had the Mazda CX-5 for a week. So it just might be a me thing. I think that comes to the conclusion of my review though. If you go to the dealer and you sit in one of these and you do your test drive and you feel good and you feel comfortable and you think you're gonna enjoy the seating position, well, I think you should just buy it or lease it. I think it's a top 3 easy in the category. I think it has incomparable edges over its rivals in terms of the charm that's engineered into it and the polish, and it's just so well finished. Also, Mazda has a very good warranty, which reassures 3 years bumper to bumper, unlimited kilometers, 5 years powertrain warranty, unlimited kilometers. Really awesome on that level. So highly recommendable on the lease, highly recommendable on the purchase. These things do sell quite well after. I mean, CUVs are the rave, so you're gonna get a good price for yours if it's in good condition, and the Mazdas are no exception to that rule. And that is the review. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well, then you should subscribe. And that is it.